Shalom, this is Mary Omni from the World Government House of King David, Holy Covenant Constitutional Enforcer. This is a Republic Notice. The title of this Republic Notice is called Why the Olympic Committee Should Now Be Questioned. Why the Olympic Committee should now be questioned. I know they don't feel as though blacks should involve themselves in their money, in their wealth, in their constitutionality, while all these other people make all the decisions they want and act like blacks in America are just their tumbleweed that can kick around their highly invisibles in the middle of the Constitution. Anyway, the Olympic Committee, Oprah and First Lady Michelle Obama went in front of them to try to get the committee to move the Olympics to Chicago to provide jobs, to provide revenue, to get the youth minds into possible jobs and something to uplift the area of Chicago and to shine light on Chicago as one of the major cities, one of the most beautiful cities, in spite of the violence because of attritioning blacks out of constitutional wealth, out of their constitutional authority, more importantly, attritioning blacks out of their constitutional authority by majority mobbery and robbery, okay? Now, the money that the Olympic Committee gets is based on constitutional wealth. Don't let nobody fool you. See, whites keep thinking it's based on the little money that they pay in taxes. The money that whites pay in taxes and the majority of immigrants and whites pay in taxes is the money stolen from constitutional wealth and birthrights in the first place. So what they pay in taxes is stolen wealth that they think is being stolen from them because they acted as a mob majority thieves for the elite to steal from constitutional blacks. Now, a lot of people want to pretend that the Constitution has disappeared. Let me tell you something. Don't listen to white folks who tell you that the Republic is gone and this is gone. They base the Republic on their white skin, not the document that King Yeshua carved with his Judaic nation and his Ephraim nation, okay? So they base it on their white skin, not the Republic document carved with the blood of the natives, the blood of the captives, the blood of the revolution, the blood of the Civil War soldiers, the blood of the brave, of the home of the free. That means the free, unencumbered, debt-free people in that Constitution called the Constitutional Republic. Now, the Olympic Committee should be questioned because two constitutional citizens came in front of the Olympic Committee and they said, I want you to consider serving the constitutional citizens in this city for jobs and bring the Olympic here in the year between 2015 and 2016. And they felt as though they can override these constitutional people just by having majority mobbery, and because they have been allowed to trample since Woodrow Wilson, Birth of a Nation, where he put on the Antichrist Klan robe and the Antichrist burning cross and sat on the white horse and said, we're going to birth a new nation. And he was instrumental in setting up the military-industrial complex and the Federal Reserve and white supremacy in the minds of whites to make them comfortable trampling blacks. And they did, and they voted for it 100 years. 100 years they voted consent to trample the Republic constitutionality, just not to respect blacks in that Constitution. Now they trying to say we lost the Republic. No, you trampled and you consented the public away, majority whites. It's funny your selective intelligence. You're intelligent in everything else, But yet you don't know the difference between a public and a republic. Even though it was pledge allegiance programmed into you as a child, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. It says nothing about the public. But all you majority whites is in public this, public television, public that, public that, public that, because you're public debtors. And the Olympic Committee wanted to base it on and hide behind public debtors as they trample constitutional republic wealth, who are the debt-free in the supreme contract because they're non-consenters and didn't consent to any debt. The Olympic Committee chose to trample Michelle and Oprah, First Lady Michelle Obama and Oprah, when they tried to get them to bring the Olympics to Chicago and to give that city and foundation for America, an American major metropolitan city, an economic boost. Instead, they talking about, no, we're going to go to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. You know, because who are you to think you can ask us to do this? Consider that you got our wealth that you throwing all around, because if it was yours, you damn sure wouldn't be throwing it around like you are to everybody and everything. And so they said, we're going to choose Rio de Janeiro, you know, and we're going to build Rio de Janeiro on the black infant wealth and back, okay? We're going to pretend the public have all this just by tax money, when the public don't have enough to clean up their dung and their sewer and the infrastructure of this country. Even with their stolen wealth, they don't have enough to support the infrastructure of this country. The infrastructure of this country is supported by the Constitution and the constitutional citizens. You can't fool all the people forever, okay? So they chose Rio de Janeiro, and now it's backfiring in their face. But since it's not their money, they're going to sit back and play with it. They're going to try to build in a civil war. Civil war is going on in Rio de Janeiro and Brazil. And they're going to try to wait to the last minute because now they got their dung on their face. They got dung on their face for going against the Constitution, no heirs, saying provide job for the constitutional citizens and this country first. Let's build up these inner cities. And they talking about, now we want to build up the whole land of Rio de Janeiro so we can do our investments there. And there's civil war taking place there. And because it's not their money, but the money waxed off the fat of the attrition constitutional citizens and babies, they're going to play and throw money in the trash. It's trying to be right about this Rio de Janeiro. Because, see, the dung done hit them in their face. It's civil war over there. And that civil war ain't stopping no time soon. So they sitting back and everybody is quiet about it. And here it is, almost the end, moving towards the end of 2013. And they're supposed to be building up, trying to build up a whole country instead of taking a metropolitan infrastructure and fixing it up a little bit and preparing it for these Olympics. It's time somebody go to jail for embezzlement and larceny. It's time somebody go to jail for trampling the constitutional holy covenant. It's time for the Olympic Committee to answer to the constitutional republic of what you plan on continuing to hide behind this fraud and to keep this fake thing going about you taking some Olympics in Rio de Janeiro in a damn civil war. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. Shalom. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. Shalom.